Hey Lily, Daphne here. Thank you for sending in your essays again, and thank you for getting on board with an extra pack. Really delighted to keep working with you. I'm glad you have a little bit more time before your exam, but I'm sorry the situation in New Zealand is still bad. I know they're really strict there with their lockdown, which is great, really. It's kind of frustrating for you now, but it's good that they're really strict. Um, so I wish you good luck. Okay, let's think about these two issues you raised, timing and the band 7. Okay, timing, can you, next time you write, tell me when you get to 40 minutes? Example here, just put 40 minutes or something like that. So I know how far short you are. And this is quite long. So it could be that you just need to cut down a sentence or two. What is taking you the time, Lily? Is it the planning? Is it the typing? Is it thinking of ideas? If you can identify what the problem is, then it's easier to kind of give you advice and to help you practice. Okay? So this task, some people believe employees should stay in the same job for the rest of their lives. Others think they should switch. To what extent do you agree or disagree, and give reasons? Okay. Issue of whether the employee should work for the same companies for a lifetime or change their jobs at certain moments have been debated over the past few years. Excellent. Now, all you need to do is take out that. So the issues of whether employees should work for the same companies, so you've paraphrased really nicely there, for a lifetime, I love that, or change jobs at certain moments, perfectly, have been debated. Issues and have, well done. Some traditionalists argue the former could vastly benefit enterprises, so that's staying. Personally, I firmly disagree with this view and believe a change of job could have incontrovertibly adverb to go with your adjective, positive aspects on personal growth and career development. Wow. Aspects. It wouldn't be aspects on, it would be impact on. So you can have either aspects relating to, so it would be aspects relating to personal growth, or, so, sorry, I hope that makes sense for you, or impacts on. And you normally wouldn't put impacts, so we would have, could have, if you had impacts, you'd have an incontrovertibly positive impact on. So if I just put this in a different colour, then you can see what that sentence would look like. I really like this. Incontrovertibly positive. Excellent. Remember that. Use it again. It's great. I really like that. Traditionalist. Fantastic. Argue. The former, yes, I'm a bit cautious about the former, the latter, personally. And that's just a personal thing. It's okay, but I think argue. I mean, let's, if we're thinking about it being vocab, argue, um, uh, lifetime loyalty could vastly benefit. So, if you think of it like a language exam, Lily, and that you need to give language, this you can see lifetime loyalty to a company is better than the former. Could vastly benefit enterprises. You don't need that. We don't benefit too, we just benefit direct. Benefit enterprises, personally, I firmly disagree. Okay, so for me, that would be better. Yeah, but a very, very nice start. This essay will discuss both views and examples. Really nice, super, great start. Really good, confident, sounds nice. And kind of coherent, sounds smooth. I feel confident that you are going to answer this question well. That's what you want for the intro. On the one hand, there's ample evidence that continuous, focused, and loyal commitment of employees could be. Now, here you need the. Check out these articles. Make sure you're super happy. I know it's very hard, but the specific commitment of employees could be the key to success for many large-scale companies. This is largely because mature and experienced. Now, yes, this is in Ben's template, okay, but if you're short of words, you don't need it. Just go straight in. Yeah? Mature and experienced employees who acquire specialist skills, profound knowledge, and even irreplaceable insights throughout many years of serving the same companies could be the most essential, emphatic here, essential and critical assets of the business. So yes, you're an asset too, but here it's an asset of, it's actually, it belonged to the business almost. But I would definitely take that out because it slows me down. I want to read this fast. I want to know that you're on it. It's good. Yeah, could be the success, and then lovely, and then emphatic here. Mature and experienced employees. Relative clause. Lovely. Excellent language there. And then here could be modal. This is great work, Lily. Okay, really, really nice. For example, having had a high turnover rate of 15%, it would cost Nestle 200 million for staff rotation and training per year. Now, let's unravel that. So they don't want it to go. Okay. You see, having had suggests that they don't have it now. Okay, so if you had having had a turnover at 15%, it would have cost, yeah, Nestle 200 million for staff rotation. Okay, but for example, having had a high turnover at 15%, can I suggest this, Lily? Nestle introduced a 200 million, yeah, can't find dollars, training program in order to retain or retrain staff. Okay, so they had a high turnover, they wanted to stop it, so they introduced this. Okay, if I've got that right, but I think I haven't got that right. So that's how I would want to read it. I think having had a high turnover rate, I think it's these. I know you want to get in a lovely condition, but it's not quite working. Can you write me down what you wanted to say? And then we can work that out together. Thus, it's possible to state beyond doubt that people staying in the same employment could potentially benefit business development of their employees with their accumulated experience. Yes, good, exactly, because they're staying. This word retention, retain. This one, retrain and retain. Retain staff and reduce people who leave. Reduce leavers, the number of leavers. Reduce what do we call it? Turnover, staff turnover. Okay, just help me on that one. I love having had, but you would have to say, having had, for example, really simple, having had an enormous lunch, I then needed to sleep. Yeah, so having had, and then will be the past simple. I don't think you can put would after that. Or having had an operation, it would be essential to rest. No, having had an operation, it would have been. That's complicated. You could say, having had an operation, it would have been sensible to rest, which suggests that they didn't rest. Okay, so I think we're just getting a little bit, maybe a bit overcomplicated. On the other hand, changing employment could positively enhance the individual and career development. And I love the could. Well done, that's going really well. The individual and there. Or, but even better, let's get the grammar. Not only the individual, but, so extra points here. Quick, easy one. But their career development. The reasons for this could be twofold. Not twofolded, just twofold. Yeah. Firstly, starting a new job could vastly contribute to personal growth, such as a variety of cross-industry knowledge, advanced job skills, as well as expanded business networking. and connections. Good, really lovely. Yeah. Uh, yes, and your such as is okay, but I'd say due to. So the personal growth comes from this. Yeah. In addition, many candidates could be entitled with a higher uh, entitled to a higher position, higher position responsibility, and more rewarding salary. Make it comparative salary if they work good. Lovely, lovely to secure a new job successfully. Nice hypothetical there. You should technically put that before the verb there. Okay. For example, recent studies by UK, over 70% of accountants with 5 years experience were offered a 30% higher remuneration package. I go remuneration package, but doesn't matter too much from their from competitors. Therefore, it's clear not only the change of employment marked positive personal growth for professionals, but their financial situation now here we can go, could also have been get in a passive, could also have been improved. So just a little tweak there, adding that passive, very nice. To conclude, having had the same, no, you don't need having had there, definitely not. Having the same work team, having the same work team might be beneficial to employers, yet the important word, good. Okay, now it's an opinion essay. Let me go back to the title. Just check that. To what extent do you agree? Super important that, don't forget. So in your conclusion, you need to get that in. I firmly believe, I firmly agree. Yeah. So opinion in here. White House should be altered. Also in favour of the grounds are individual achievement in future years. In future, keep just a little bit. Sometimes this prediction just comes across as a bit hard, but just put it in a little bit more subtle. Just make it a bit more softer. Very, very nice work. I'm really happy with that essay. You should be very proud. It's great. Really, really good. Pie chart. Okay, here we go. Crop production. Pie chart shows the proportion of crops produced in France. Yeah, produced. Okay, grown, harvested. We talk about production, but it's not quite the same as producing something in a factory, obviously, in France. Overall, the main crop constituent was cotton, the only non-food item, followed by sugar and wheat. Barley is the fourth most produced, while rice and corn, no less, were the least popular in France. Now, not necessarily least popular, be careful on the wording, but the least grown. I mean, another one of those, either of those. Grown, because it might be popular, but they just can't grow it. Cotton represents the highest figure of production at over a third of the total figures. Good. Whereas, nice, the amount of rice and corn produced represented the lowest portion, so 3.5 1.7. Apparently there was a significant major difference in top, over 30%. Very nice. I really like that. Top harvested, or maybe just most successful crops, and the least, or you go and the we don't want that one. You could go the most and least successful at over 30%. I like that, Lily. Very nicely done, skillful. Sugar and wheat consist of a similar harvested portion after cotton, at a fifth of the total, showing a slight difference, respectively, followed by barley, which rather made of, comprised is a good word for this, and then followed by, instead of, you could have followed by, or you just use the nice linking word while, and put it in capitals. So while barley to less than a fifth of total production, half that of cotton. Don't need the, okay, because it's cotton, like plural. Very good work. That's a very neat answer. I like how you've done that. You've kind of included numbers, but you haven't It's not like boring, like too many numbers. Um, but well done. I think have you got the number for barley? Well, barley at just under half cotton. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you said that. Barley. So give me the number. That's approximately 15%. Yeah. Just put in that number because we haven't got that number for barley anywhere else, and I think we do need it. Good work, Lily. Very happy with those two. Well done.